Okay, today we are going to discuss transit Mercury. Transit Mercury. Actually, Mercury, what are the significations of Mercury? Mercury means business, Mercury is land, Mercury is knowledge, education. Mercury is education, knowledge, business, land. These are general qualities. So, if transit certain aspects any planet, so here let us take Sun. So Sun is here, natal Sun. Sun denotes actually father, Sun denotes the male progeny. So that whenever transit Mercury aspect natal Sun, father will get cooperation from friends, because Mercury is also friendship and friends. So Sun is father here. And educational success for the native. Suppose he is a student. The native is student, for example. So then we can say the native will get education success. That means he will pass the examination. And suppose in his horoscope, Sun and Mercury are together, and Mercury Sun, Mercury Jupiter, like this, Mercury Sun, this combination, definitely the native will get highest marks in examinations. Mercury Sun should be together. And landed against to father, because Sun is father and at the same time Mercury is land. So the native's father will get landed benefits. And at the same time, father or the native will get profits in business also. Suppose Mercury Sun are together in the horoscope. Whenever transit Mercury aspects natal Sun and natal Mercury, definitely the native will get profits in business. So this is also good for politicians. Whenever Mercury aspects Sun and Mercury, so that will be good for politicians also. Next, Moon. So whenever Mercury aspects Moon, there will be blames, unrest due to women or girlfriend, or travel aspects for business or education. Here they will go abroad for education. Traveling aspects for education or business. But we have to check Moon Rahu, Moon Ketu together or not, and Moon is connected to Mercury or not, we have to check. So whenever transit Saturn aspects Moon, whenever transit Mercury aspects Moon, that particular month, the native will go to foreign country, either for education or for business. And there will be traveling aspects to the youngest brother or sister. So here Mercury is youngest siblings, youngest brother, youngest sister. So the youngest sister or youngest brother will go to foreign country for education or for settlement, whatever it may be. But in the horoscope, Moon Rahu, Moon Ketu should be together in the natal chart, and Moon should be connected to Mercury. Then these things will happen. So this is transit Mercury. So transit Mercury also only monthly planets. So we have to check first transit Jupiter. Is transit Jupiter is aspecting Sun? Is transit Jupiter aspecting natal Sun? Is transit Jupiter is aspecting natal Moon? So like this we have to check. So that year
first Jupiter should aspect, then monthly planets.
Yeah, because Jupiter gives luck or fortune. First, in which year the native will go abroad? Transit Jupiter, whenever transit Jupiter aspects natal Moon, there is a possibility for the native to go abroad. But in which month? Whenever natal Mercury aspects transit Mercury aspect natal moon, that particular month the native will go abroad. So here monthly plan, we are talking about monthly plan for education, traveling aspects for education. Suppose youngest siblings may also go to foreign country at the same period if they have youngest brother and or youngest sister. Okay.
Yes.
Next, when it comes to Mars, Mercury is a monthly planet. Whenever transit Mercury aspects natal Mars, there will be a problem in learning or educational breaks, disputes with youngest siblings or uncles and in-laws, skin problems, bone or blood, dental, spine related problems, husband meeting new friends. So Mars is here husband. So some new friend will meet the husband. So our husband may have make some new friends. Husband will make new friends because Mercury is new friend here. Friend. Mercury is friend. So whenever transit Mercury aspects, generally when transit Mercury aspect, natal Mars, husband may make new friends. And Mars is here blood, so Mercury is enemy. So that's why the native will get blood related, dental related, spine related problem. But when Rahu, transit Rahu is aspecting natal Mars that year, and when Mercury, transit Mercury is aspecting natal Mars that month, the native will get these problems. Okay?
Sir, in this scenario, suppose what happens if Jupiter also aspects?
So Rahu is here giving, the Rahu will be 1.5 year.
Correct, sir.
Okay. So 1.5 year. Jupiter will be only 1 year and it will also become retro like that. But here, so it will be always in anti-clock motion. Rahu. It will aspect 1.5 year perfectly. Okay. So there will be no fluctuation. So whenever Jupiter does not aspect, so it may happen. So suppose somebody has some health problem. So immediately, suppose at that time Jupiter may not aspect. Whenever Jupiter aspects, the native may get relief from that health problem. So there may be surgery or whatever it may be. So he will get relief then. Whenever Jupiter aspects, the native will get relief.
Yes, sir. In my natal chart, it's happening actually.
Okay.
Rahu is aspecting Moon, Venus,
Okay.
Sun, and Mars.
Okay.
Even Jupiter is also aspecting.
Okay.
So even though I have this kidney issues and all, kidney stones and all.
Yes.
Maybe because of Jupiter.
Aspect. Yes.
Yeah.
You are right. You are right.
Okay, sir.
You are right. So Mars is here. Problems in learning, educational, learning or educational breaks, and disputes with the youngest siblings or uncles and in-laws, because Mercury is actually youngest siblings. Mercury is uncles. Uncles means here mama. So we can say Manamama. We call it mama, maternal uncle. And even father-in-law also, Mercury. But whenever transit Mercury aspect Mars, Mars is a disputed planet. So there will be disputes with uncles. And Mercury is skin related and Mars is here bone related, blood related. So like that, whenever they are aspecting each other, both the skin and blood related problems the native will get. And Mercury is aspecting Mercury, that is fine, good for learning and help from friends for youngest siblings. So you see here, Mercury is helping hand from friends. Mercury is youngest siblings. So youngest siblings will get help from their friends for education or for business. Okay. And suppose we want to study further courses or whatever it may be, so we may not have money, but at that time, whenever Mercury aspects Mercury, definitely for education we will be helped by our friends. But in which year if transit Jupiter aspects natal Mercury, that year the native will get education. And at the same time, Mercury during which month, particular month, when transit Mercury aspect natal Mercury.
Natal moon, sir.
No.
Natal Mercury.
Natal Mercury, education.
Yeah.
I'm not telling that foreign travel.
Okay.
For further studies, sometimes we may not have money. So in the similar way, Mercury is aspecting, transit Mercury is aspecting Jupiter, gain of knowledge, spiritual matters, new experiences, new knowledge, dawn of wisdom, that particular month. So for example, transit Saturn is aspecting natal Jupiter. Or transit Jupiter is aspecting natal Jupiter. At that time, that year, whenever transit Mercury aspect natal Jupiter, the native will get some new knowledge, dawn of wisdom, and land related gains. He will get land, he will purchase during that month, he will purchase land. Suppose a transit Jupiter is aspecting natal Mercury in your horoscope, and natal transit Mercury is aspecting natal Jupiter. So that month the native will get profits in business and he will purchase land. He will pass the examination with flying colors. Okay, is it clear?
Yes.
So year planet transit Jupiter should aspect natal Mercury, and transit Mercury should aspect natal Jupiter. So then the native will get profits in business or landed profits, landed benefits, or if he is a student, he will get knowledge, he will pass the examination flying colors. If they are elder people, and then they will gain new knowledge or dawn of wisdom or enlightenment. Okay. If female native, she may be attracted towards other men, and she will spend time with the prestigious friends. Actually, Jupiter is here. Mercury is a friend. Whenever Mercury aspects Jupiter, so if it is female, she may be attracted towards other men, and she will spend with prestigious friends and well-wishers, and the youngsters in the family will achieve success and happiness elsewhere. So youngest siblings is here Mercury. So your youngest sister or brother, transit Mercury is aspecting natal Jupiter. Jupiter is fortune. So that month these people will get success and happiness everywhere. Suppose transit Jupiter is aspecting natal Mercury, we will get benefit our youngest siblings. In which month? Whenever transit Mercury aspects natal Jupiter. Yeah, that is the condition only. Year planet should aspect natal planet, monthly year transit planet, and monthly transit planet should aspect whatever fortune giving planet is here, Jupiter. So Jupiter. And natal Venus. Venus is, house, vehicle, and friends. So Mercury is actually friend, Venus is actually wife. So wife may gain, wife may success in business, and at the same time, business generally we will do business so that we will get money, because Mercury is aspecting Venus. So there will be financial gains in business or profits in business, and we will get land related business. We will get acquisition of housing property and landed property, and contact with intimate friends, happiness and celebrations of auspicious events. And Mercury is actually education planet and Venus is higher education. So suppose transit Jupiter is aspecting natal Mercury, the native will good for studies. And transit Mercury is aspecting natal Venus, the native will study, will pursue further studies. The native will pursue further studies. So like this, we can predict. And so higher knowledge. And the native will get help from friends. So help means financial help from friends. And Mercury, if transit Mercury aspects natal Saturn, there will be educational success. There will be educational success. Because Mercury is education and Saturn is karma. Karma of studying. So the native will gain here. Educational success. Very good period for business and landed gains. So Mercury always denotes land, business, and here education. So these three Karakatvas generally will get benefits. So educational success and very good period for business and landed gains and help and cooperation from friends. So natal Rahu. So when Mercury aspects natal Rahu, Mercury is vocal cord, Mercury is thyroid, Mercury is shoulder. So Rahu is here accident planet and a death giving planet. So there will be skin problem or thyroid or communication skills problem and dislocation of shoulders and collarbone fracture. So these type of things may happen. But whenever Rahu transit Rahu aspects natal Mercury and whenever transit Mercury aspects natal Rahu, that month these things will happen. That month these things will happen. So natal Ketu is here, intellect marred. Whenever Mercury aspects natal Ketu, even transit Ketu aspects natal Mercury, our intellect will be marred. Even transit Rahu aspects our Mercury, our intellect will be marred. So here, whenever transit Mercury aspects natal Ketu, that month we are unable to take proper decisions. So our mind will be blocked, so cloudy. So we cannot take decisions. Education breaks. So suppose if we attempt any examination and Mercury is on Ketu, so definitely there will be educational break. No pass. And land disputes with friends or lovers or business partners. So when Mercury transit Mercury aspects natal Ketu, the native may join these occult sciences, the courses of occult sciences like that. Okay, this is actually we can say transit Mercury over natal planets. Okay.
Sir, this last one, natal Mercury aspects Ketu. Suppose if Jupiter, transit Jupiter aspects that, will it be okay? Otherwise, still break will be there.
If transit aspects, yeah, there will be break, but at the same time, something good happens. Both. So Ketu gives, transit Ketu gives break, but Jupiter gives immediately support. Okay, suppose I will give you one example. Somebody, Ketu is aspecting Mercury, he wrote examination and he failed. So suppose he applies for revaluation. At that time, Ketu leaves Mercury and Jupiter is aspecting. So in revaluation, marks may be added and he may pass. So when I was studying graduation, in the final year, I failed in one subject, but actually I wrote very well and I applied for revaluation and I passed the examination. Okay. So such things will happen. Mercury is, for example, aspected by Ketu, so there may be break or failure, but immediately Jupiter aspects, so it gives their positive results.
Yeah, Because my daughter's chart, if Ketu moves to Virgo, then it will be a problem actually. So at that time, she has to complete her intermediate. So,
Yeah, but one thing is here, what we have to observe here is, generally Mercury is connected with Ketu or not, we have to check. Only Mercury is there without Ketu, without Mars. If it is with friends, nothing will happen. Okay. So if at all Mercury is weak, then only such things will take place.
okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, right. Okay, let's conclude today.
Okay, sir.
Or we can discuss any other. Let's go to Venus. We have completed. Mercury completed. Yeah, let's discuss even Mars also, so that. So whenever transit Mars aspects Sun, Sun is father. So there will be mental tension and anger. Father will be very angry, and he may have fever or blood pressure. Anger to the native may have disputes with father or his son here, not anger, disputes with father. So the native may have disputes with his father or son. Male children getting hurt generally here. Son is child, so he may get hurt. He may accident to male progeny, and father may be harassed by enemies at workplace, and stubbornness for both native and husband. So here Mars is husband also. So that's why husband may also here egoistic when Mars aspects Sun. Husband will be egoistic, and so father or native getting wounded by weapons here. So such things generally happen. Development of ego to husband, and success and promotion to husband. So generally the husband will develop some egoness, but at the same time, Sun is popularity, Sun is success. So husband will succeed in his efforts because Mars and Sun both are friends, not enemies. So that's why. So whatever husband does, he will definitely succeed. Whatever work he undertakes, he will succeed. Whenever Mars aspects Moon, Moon is foreign travel. So foreign aspects to brother or husband. Here Mars is not only husband, siblings also. So brother may go abroad or husband may go abroad. Some people will come. I don't have, my husband does not have date of birth. He does not remember date of birth. So that's why he does not know his date of birth. So please, by checking my horoscope, when my husband will go abroad, then we have to check if transit Mars aspects natal moon, then the native will go abroad. But which year transit Jupiter we have to check. If transit Jupiter aspects natal moon, at the same time during that year, whenever transit Mars aspects natal moon, then the husband of the native, female native, will go abroad. But at the same time, we have to check moon is with Rahu or Ketu and Mars. Mars is husband. So moon is connected with Mars. Moon is connected with Rahu or Ketu. We have to check in the female horoscope. Then we can predict that the native will go, the native's husband will go abroad. Suppose here we are talking about husband, Mars is husband. So if Mars aspects moon, then the native husband will go abroad, foreign travel, foreign aspects. And at the same time, moon is mother, so Mars is accidental health. So mother may undergo surgery or operation, or she may have accidents. So moon is actually anxiety, has fickleness, fickle-mindedness. So that's why Whenever Mars aspects, so there will be some disturbance. And moon is here a prostitute or some concubine. So like this, some women. And Mars is here husband. Whenever Mars aspects moon, so husband may meet ladies. Husband may have illicit relation during that month. So we have to check here. Mars is connected with moon or not in the horoscope. We have to check. So Mars is husband and moon is also connected along with Venus. So definitely the native may have another woman. The native's husband may have another woman in his life. So suppose Mars has moon and Venus, both are in the second house, for example. For example, Mars is in Leo, and Moon and Venus both are in the second house. Definitely, husband will have two marriages, or husband may have one living in relationship. But when will it take place? So when will he go to that woman? Whenever transit Mars aspects natal moon, so he will go to that woman. So Mars is here aspecting Mars. So this is the accident prone because Mars is body and Mars is the accident. So the native may get over accident prone, over enthusiastic, and at the same time suffer from blood related. Okay. Next, transit Mars aspect natal Mercury. There will be unrest, trouble from enemy, education failure, disputes with blood relatives, our own friends, and husband meeting with friends. So transit Mars is husband, and natal Mercury. Mercury is friend. So husband may have friend, may meet his friends, his previous his friends or new friends. He may make new friends, or he will meet his old friends, whatever it may be. And husband may get blood related, and here husband Mercury is youngest siblings, so youngest siblings may have blood related problem, and Mars is also sibling, and moreover Mars and Mercury. Mercury is skin actual, so the native may have skin related problems during that time whenever transit Mars aspects Mercury, and Mercury is education, so the native may get education failure, so trouble from enemy because Mars is enemy here. So that's why. So the native may get enmity from even friends also. Mercury is friend and Mars is enemy. The native will have disputes with friends also at that time. And next, whenever transit Mars aspects natal Jupiter, Jupiter is the GV here. So there will be danger from fire, BP, and heat problem, and meeting with blood relatives, and marriage for male native, female native. Sorry, because Mars is actually husband. Whenever transiting Jupiter aspects natal Mars in a female horoscope, that year the female native will get married. And at the same time, we have to check in which month. Whenever transit Mars aspects natal Jupiter, or whenever transit Mars aspects Venus in female horoscope, the female native will get married. So here Mars is husband and Jupiter is fortune. So the female native will get the fortune of getting husband. That is the logic here. And the native may be stubborn at the time and hasty. So good time for husband, already married, for example, the women. So it will be good for our husband. Husband will get job, or there will be benefits, good period, and husband will get fortune. And whenever transit Mars aspects Venus is actually wife, the female native in female horoscope. Mars is husband. So during that month, generally the female native will get married. If already married, so husband will purchase house, vehicle, luxury goods, because Mars is husband and Venus is house, vehicle, properties, jewelry, and actually blood related or accidents to wife, because Venus is wife, and marriage for female native, marriage for both the male and female native. Here Venus is actually wife. In male horoscope or female horoscope, she is wife. So that's why both male and female, if you check any horoscope, male horoscope or female horoscope, whenever transit Mars aspects natal Venus, the native will get married. Or Venus aspects Mars, the native will get married. But when during the period when transit Jupiter aspects natal Venus in male horoscope, natal Mars in female horoscope, that year the native will get married. And at the same time, transit Mars aspects natal Venus in male horoscope or natal Venus in female horoscope, the female or male native will get married. So this is the rule we have to check. So year and month we can identify like this. Whenever moon aspects Jupiter, Jupiter is here the fortune. So that's why whenever Jupiter blessings necessary. So that's why whenever moon aspects Jupiter, the native will get married that day. And transit Mars over natal Saturn. Saturn is work and Mars is egoness. So there will be harassment at workplace from his colleagues, enmity and financial loss in business and accidents. If female horoscope, husband will have contact with undesirable friends and resulting in mental unrest and monetary expenditure. Husband will get job, of course. Husband will get job, but he will have harassment and disturbances. If it is the native, male native, there will be disturbances, professional disturbances. If it is female native, husband will get job, but husband may also have some disturbances. And this is very important point. Whenever transit Mars aspects natal Rahu, husband may have some accident or surgery or danger to brother or danger to husband, and widowhood, husband may die over indulgence in activity. But here when it comes to death, we have to check transit Rahu is aspecting natal Mars or not, we have to check. Then the husband may die, but at the same time we have to check another combination. Karma should be closed. Transit Saturn should aspect natal Ketu, and then in which month husband will die. So whenever transit Mars aspects natal Rahu, that month the husband of the native will die. So here we have to check the three. One is transit Rahu is aspecting natal Mars or not, we have to check. The second point is transit Saturn is aspecting. Transit Saturn is aspecting. 1 minute. So transit Saturn aspecting
Natal Ketu.
natal Ketu, that is we have to check. That is second point. And third point is whenever transit Mars is aspecting natal Rahu, we have to check. Then we can declare that the husband may die. But in which round, whether the husband is the long life or short life, we have to check. So that is only the strength of the planet we have to check. If Mars is strong, he will have long life. And if Mars is weak, then he will have short life. So it is only we have to check in the horoscope, planetary combination. Suppose Mars is in second house, 12th house, 7th house, what are the planets are there? So in the second house, for example, for Mars, Rahu is there or Rahu aspect is there. And Ketu definitely aspects 12th house at that time. And opposite, for example, of Mars, there is Saturn in the 7th house. So Mars actually having Rahu in the second house, and the 12th house Mercury is there, and 7th house Mars Saturn is there. So Saturn, Rahu, Mercury, these three planets are enemies to Mars. So if Mars is hammered in between Rahu and Mercury, and opposite 7th house Saturn is there, husband will have short span of life. So this is the rule. So then we can predict that early death. But in Jupiter rounds, whenever Rahu or Ketu, this progressive Jupiter touches in which house Rahu and Ketu, then husband will die, we can declare. So it after completing the Jupiter rounds, you will understand. After completion of the syllabus, Jupiter rounds, you will understand in which round husband will die. So husband will die within actually fourth round, or because second round may get, the native may get married, second round or third round. So we have to check third round and fifth round. So third round and fourth round, because only 2 rounds, 12 years, 24. So in the 24 years, 3 times or 4 times, these Rahu may aspect Mars. So at that time, we have to check. Okay. So like this, we have to check. And whenever transit Mars aspects natal Ketu, whenever transit Mars aspects natal Ketu, the native will be very stubborn. And whenever transit Mars aspects natal Ketu, so there will be desire for power, disputes with husband. So many people will come. When will I get separation, or when will I get divorce? Actually, we were in disputes. So when will we separated? So we have to check transits Ketu is aspecting. Transit Ketu is aspecting natal Mars and Ketu. So Mars should be connected with Ketu. Then only the female native will get divorce. In a female horoscope, we have to check Mars is connected with Ketu or not. Then, okay, the native will get divorce or separation. Then we have to check whenever Ketu aspects natal Mars Ketu, that year, that 1.5 year, anytime she may get divorce. But when? So whenever Mars aspects Ketu, that month she will get divorce copy from court. Divorce will be pronounced in the court. So like this, we have to check. So even suppose Mars and Ketu are together in the horoscope, transit Mars aspecting transit Mars Ketu, that month the native may be imprisoned, or he will have to attend court sessions. So, but here we have to check transit Ketu is aspecting Mars Ketu or not. Whatever litigation it may be, Mars is aspecting Ketu, Venus Ketu, Mars is aspecting the native. If it is male native, Venus Ketu we have to check. If it is female, Mars Ketu. If it is profession, Saturn Ketu. So whenever Mars aspects Ketu along with the other planets, we have to check the purpose. So whether it is female diverse or male diverse or professional disturbances. So like this, Mars is always gives the same thing. Mars always disputes disturbances. So that's why whenever Mars aspects Mars Ketu in a female horoscope, the native female native will get divorce. Whenever transit Mars aspects natal Venus and natal Ketu, the female native will get divorce. The male native will get divorce. Venus Ketu. Venus Ketu, male native, Mars Ketu, female native will get divorced that month. But Ketu should aspect the whole year. So then only in which year the native will get divorced, we have to check. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, good day.
Thank you, sir.